Do you have a predetermined destiny? Welcome to Shot of Joe. This is a question that comes up for me all the time. People talk about this, and I remember studying this for many years as I was doing the work and learning more about it. People say, do I have, there's certain train of thought. I have a destiny, that's it. No matter what I do, this is what will happen. And then other people feel like, no, I don't have a destiny. I could kind of make it happen. So the question, of course, is, do I have a predetermined destiny? Has always been open for debate. My answer is yes and no. And I know that's kind of, you say, well, that didn't really answer the question. But let me give you my idea of how this works and what I see based on all the work I've done with karma, energy, free will, the whole shebang. So when we look at this, basically, we definitely made a choice to come here and go down a certain path. That, to me, looking at all the work I've done over the years and all the study and research and just everything, is something that you chose your path before you came, meaning you chose your parents, you chose your gender, you chose where you were going to live, you chose what you wanted to work on emotionally and what you wanted to accomplish. Those are things that were in there. But the but is, yes, that's what I came to do. I came to work on these things. I came to go down certain roads in my life. But the wild card of it is you do have free will. So you could say, well, I came here, I had a certain skill, that we see this a lot with people, and they did not follow that skill set, right? Say, wow, this person was really good. I had a cousin when I was growing up, really, really good artist. I mean, he would sit down and draw stuff just amazing. And I remember that he came from a very fear-based family that was very, very, they didn't even, that was like so out of the box for them. They would say, get a job with the city and get a job where you get benefits. So he never pursued that. And he ended up getting a job with the corrections department in New York City and worked there. And, again, that's what he did. Now, the questions that you say, well, what happens if that person who had this skill decided to take a different path? So his life would be different, right? You don't know. You don't, and again, I don't get into better or worse, but it would be different because he followed the skill set that he had. And that was something given to him that potentially he could have worked on. Now, that may not have been his exact road, but it might have taken him in a very different direction. So basically looking at it, saying, yes, I have things that I came to work on emotionally. I have things that I definitely came to go through. I lost my father young. That was something that I definitely came to experience. So these are certain things that emotionally we came to experience. But the wild card of it is we have free will. And also the idea behind it is, will I follow my gut? Will I follow what I want to do? Will I follow what works best for me? That, to me, is really your destiny. Now, when you do that, when you say, yeah, I'm going to take chances, or I'm going to go down this road, or, I'm going to go against my family, like this, my cousin couldn't do that. He did not go against his family. He would not say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go to art school or whatever. He didn't do that. But when you take the other road, doesn't mean everything is perfect. So it doesn't mean, oh yeah, I did that and everything is great and every single thing I did was perfect and everything worked out and it was easy breezy. No, that just means you went down the road that was connected to your skill set and probably something for you that would have been an experience that would have been good to have. Doesn't mean that it's easy, because when we see people who have succeeded, they've overcome obstacles, they've had to go through certain things. So just because you get on the quote unquote right path does not mean that everything lays out. Now, certain times there are certain people, because they came with a different set of circumstances. So what I mean by that is certain people came for things to work out a little more smoothly. It's not a judgment or saying it's good, bad, right, wrong. It's just different. So if a person who kind of has that vibe and that's the energy they came in with, things may work out pretty easy for them if they follow their path. And that was the journey they came to have. So their journey was, oh, I'm going to follow what I like. It's going to be really flowy and everything's going to work out well. And I've heard this a lot from people. Yeah, everything I did worked and it was great. Now I look at someone like myself, didn't work out like that. Went through a lot of struggles, went through a lot of issues, went through a lot of problems. A lot of business people that I've met went through bankruptcies and struggled and had to bounce back. So the path that soul chose was a more arduous path than the path that the other soul chose. That was maybe an easier path, let's say. we're not categorizing them as good or bad or better or worse, but what we're understanding is every soul is different. So if you've had a lot of struggles and if you've gone through a lot, then you came to do that. You came to do more work. You came to go through more challenges. You came to deal with more issues. The minute you accept that as your truth, everything will open up and life will be easier. Again, I'm not saying it'll be perfect and it'll just be easy breezy, but it will be easier for you. So as far as your destiny is concerned, you definitely have a path. There are many options within that path. Some of them are going to be A, B, or C. Obviously, if we choose self-destructive paths, that's going to take us down a road of self-destruction. And some people, believe it or not, came to self-destruct because that's something that their soul wanted to experience. But we do have free will. We have the ability to elevate ourselves. We have the ability to create a better situation when we work on our inner selves. So I know that was kind of a long answer, but as far as your path is concerned, but you definitely have one. The best advice I would give you is follow your gut feelings and go to do things that make you feel good, make you feel happy, and things that come easy, skills that come easy. Doesn't mean it's easy to get to success, but a writer is, if somebody's a good writer in school, their chances are they're going to be a good writer. So like I said, my cousin was a good artist. He's going to be a good artist. Someone's a great athlete. They're going to work on being a better athlete. That's going to be a good path for them. So follow your gut, follow what feels best for you, and that's going to be your best path to complete your mission here in this lifetime. Have a great one. I'll see you soon.